folks like Future and 2chainz,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. Well, you know that you talking about the best.
Yeah.
You know,
what was it like being there for them early in their careers and giving them songs that took over the Atlanta clubs and stuff like that?
Man, it was special for sure. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it was anything ever like that time. You know what I mean? It was real special. But yeah, it's just like the energy, man. I wish everybody in the world could experience that energy. Like you was there, so you felt it.
I seen it firsthand, and I was like, "This nigga's going crazy! This motherfucker! He was just on my damn show, and this nigga's going crazy." Back on you?
Yeah, facts. That's it. You know what I mean? Like literally, like man, to be real, like when I was DJing in Obsessions, this 2010, 2011, I had a playlist of about 85 Future songs then that would go in the club then, like no questions, no maybes. I can play through this playlist for like an hour and a half and the club gonna be going nuts. This is 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
You feel me? Fast forward 10 years later, you know what I mean? Holmes still working, still out here doing what he, you know what I mean? 2chainz doing his thing as well. So it's just, you know, like, obviously when I'm there then, I'm like, I know it's special, but I ain't know, like, I'm like, yo, like this shit is like, you know what I mean? This is it. You feel me? Like, it's it.
Speaking of it being it, man, when it comes to producing those tracks and you see it going out of there, man, what is that emotion that you feel, man? And then how do you keep yourself humble or just level-headed to keep from letting it go to your head and ruining your career?
So, okay, to Spinz fact.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're in it, sometimes you might have to be the marketer. It's front to back with the record. You see what I'm saying? So when you front to back with it, it's easy to miss some of the hype train. Yeah. Because sometimes there's some unfinished business to tend to.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line.
That's right. I mean, see, now you done opened up another avenue in this conversation that we about to get into next. Sir. Continue.
Yes, but you know, there's some unfinished business. It might be something missed. It might be a possibility of something being missed somewhere down the record. And a continuation of work on your record is super important. Like you're not just gonna hit send and you know and your record go out and then just because it's accessible to 1 million people don't mean 1 million people looking for you.
Ooh,
facts.
You just
not work.
That.
You know what I mean? So you got to get out here and figure something out. You got to put you a plan together and work it. You know what I mean? So that easily keeps you humble, if you will.
Exactly. Now I'm with you, Spinz.
For sure. For me, it's just, you know, I guess, you know, having, you know, stuff that's been with me before everything, like my family, you know what I'm saying, my brother, my spirituality, just keeping close to God, you know what I mean? And like I always say, like, you know, shit, if you don't humble yourself, life will.
Come on,
you know what I mean? So I just try to, you know, take the high road on that, and I'd rather do, you know what I mean, that before life have to humble me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
the business side of it, fellas. As a producer, man, a lot of times you see producers catching the short end of the stick when it comes to the extra side of it. What did y'all do to protect yourselves, and what advice do you have for the next person that might be going through those same things that y'all went through early on in the career, as far as the money and the production and a hit damn song?
Yeah, the music business.
The music business.
You got the music business.
Exactly.
You want to go first?
Go ahead.
Just protect yourself, man. You know, get a lawyer, get somebody to, and shit, get 2 lawyers if you don't, you know what I mean? Have a lawyer checking a lawyer, you know what I mean? Spend that extra money or in time to secure your future, you know what I mean? Rather than doing it on the back end, because that's gonna be worse than you doing it on the front end. Trust me. So and another thing, man, like there's a lot of predators in this game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of sharks. So just make sure you do your research, and you know what I mean. Just don't be forced into doing anything that you know what I mean that you don't really feel in your spirit to do. Don't feel forced. They might, this gotta go this, and then you holding this up. Well, shit, I made it, so goddamn, if I ain't make it, you know what I mean? What was you gonna do?
Exactly.
So you gonna wait till I get what I need to get done. You know what I mean? Because once you surrender what you have, your files or some shit like that, then it's not at your mercy no more. You know what I mean? You gave up control.
Exactly.
So like hold your producers, hold your nuts. Fuck these folks. You made that shit. Straight up.
I'm with you. Yeah. Get in here, Trill.
No, like you say, man. First of all, like you say, understand it's music business. After you do the music, every day we can do music. Right now we can do music. We can beat the table and
that's right.
Make us some music.
That's right.
But when it comes to the business about who gonna get the masters, where this publisher finna go, who gonna eat after this song drop, yeah, we got to sit down and talk about that. And honestly, sometimes you can't approach it with your, with your emotion.
Yeah.
And even with your emotion, sometimes, man, you might be in a desperate situation.
Yeah.
But if you, risk and reward, if you can calculate your risk and reward, hey, go for it. But for the most part, man, get you a legal team to help you understand your language and come to agreements that you understand.
I can dig it. Spinz. When that money started coming in, what was going through your young ass mind when you was thinking, I was just trying to bang on a keyboard, now this shit done went worldwide, and now it's publishing time and it's check time. How did you deal with that? And what was it that blew your mind about it? Was you expecting what you got, or what the fuck?
Kind of like maybe when somebody put them numbers in your ear,
you know
what I'm saying? You like, oh, okay. And then shit, when they come, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? So, short answer, shit, we living. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Damn right.
We living.
How did that change your life, man? Did that affect your creative process at all either, though, man? Because it's one thing to be a starving artist, and it's another thing to be a full artist in this thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, like, the money, like, it can, decrease your hunger, you know what I mean? And it can, get you in a comfortable spot.
Yeah.
But, I like to lean more towards my passion, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my passion is what got me to where I'm at. So, I still treat it like shit. It's crazy. Like, I'm in here, like, I'm looking, like, I see a plaque on your wall.
Exactly, that you produce.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, shit, I don't even have no plaque. I don't have no place at the crib, you feel me?
Come on,
you know what I mean? But, it is what it is. Like, the money is good. I think the money magnifies.
Exactly.
Put it that way. The money magnifies you.
So now when you think about going forward in the game and just, first of all, you went from just producing, you done went through every level because you started jamming yourself vocally as well. So what was it that made you say, you know what, let me go ahead and get behind the microphone too?
Man, okay, so that's really, I feel like it's just the natural progression. Like, okay, I started DJing when I was 11.
That's right.
Okay. 18, 19, I get up here. I've been DJing 8 years. When I first moved to Atlanta, I already had been DJing 7 years. So it's it's like, shit, all right, let me just tap on that keyboard. Let me see what this shit do. Let me, you know what I mean, learn.
Exactly.
And like, for me now, it's not about cloud. It's not about none of that for me. It's about telling my story and like documenting me. You know what I mean? Because like, even when you're producing a record, that's only 50% of the record. You're making sure it sounds great, and the artist is telling the story though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with me living and me going through all my experiences, it's like, shit, now I got some shit to talk about. Or you know what I mean? I got a lot of stories that I want to document. So that's kind of like what led me into speaking, or my artistry, so to speak.
Out of all of your tracks, who rose the most hell on your track? When you got that song back, or you was in the studio with him and you was like, this nigga just snapped it in me.
Man, you already know, what's up with that.
Talk to me.
I mean, man, look. Shout out to Pluto, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, you know what I mean? Every time, you know what I mean?
When he fucked up them commas, man, what was going through your mind then?
Man, like, just was one of them days, you know what I mean? Like, I'm blessed to, have been around bro a lot, and just even to learn, you know what I mean? He inspired me so much, you know what I mean? And just seeing it, being from the bottom, from, you know what I'm saying, a dream to, reality. He's always kept the same energy, you know what I'm saying? And the consistency, you know what I'm saying? I bet you right now he's in the studio.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I had that type of dedication to my craft and just music in general. So it's like, it's just, you know, like I feel like God didn't put me around so many great people to be mediocre or to slack off or to not, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, I wake up every day, you know what I'm saying, with something I can give. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, you know, that just keep my fire burning for real, like, to be real about it.
With all of the artists, man, out here in these streets and then catching them early, what do you think is the lifespan of an artist? Because you work with some GOATs, you work with some great artists, you work with some people,
full spectrum.
Yeah, the whole spectrum of everything. What is it about those artists when you give them that first hit, and what is the change when you give them that damn second hit?
Maybe they might feel more confident. You know what I mean? It's just like with anything. Like when it's like you got one, you got two. It's like, okay, you figured out a formula that worked. You know what I mean? So you want to continue that and keep building on that. So I think it just boosts confidence and morale, like, you know what I mean, in the team.
Was there ever any times in both of y'all's careers where you were like, fuck this shit, I give up, I quit, and I don't think I'm going to continue with this anymore?
Nah, like, but I can't say it's been all ups either. You know
so
what I mean?
What were the downs, those Spins? Because see, that's the other thing. We see the ups. I saw the ups. I saw plenty of ups.
Yeah.
What was the downs about, and how did you overcome them?
I overcome them with my passion and just, you know what I'm saying, like knowing what I want to get done. But I mean, it's like, okay, you're not gonna want to make a beat every day. I might, you know, it's been times that shit, I don't feel like I'm not inspired to make a beat, or I'm not in this mental zone. You know what I mean? I feel like with any art, you gotta have material to express. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just might be living for 3 months. I ain't necessarily just doing that. You know, when you in the industry, it's like, I need beats, or I you know what I mean? Or what you working on? I know you're working on something new. It's like, shit, I just might be living life. I might just be with my family. Or anything, you know what I mean? So I just I think that you just balance out. You know what I mean? And for me, like, what I want to just keep driving home is just let your passion drive you. Because, all right, if you're doing it for money and then you keep making songs and none of the songs hit, obviously it's going to discourage you. You know what I'm saying? But if you make music for fun,
exactly,
you know what I'm saying, and then a song hit, it's like
different.
You know what I mean? Your intent is different. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm making this song to make $1 million.
I'm with you.
And honestly, you know, like I like to study greats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one of the greats who I really look up to is like a man like Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
And you know, Quincy will tell you the moment you start, you know,
doing it for money,
thinking that way, God lead the room.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how all this shit happened before. Like, I don't know how it got to this point, but I do know. Well, I know a little bit. I know my passion drove me into these places. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a stick with that. For
both of y'all, when it's in the zone time, what tracks got produced while you were in a zone and you were like, oh my God, I come in here and I'm setting this damn shit on fire?
Okay, off real. Okay, for me,
talk to me.
Okay, definitely. Well, weird though.
Talk to me.
Weird though. So it was more so my situations.
Okay then.
Okay, it was more so my situations. My situations at the time spoke through me, if you will. I felt some type of ways.
Yeah.
And I went in, so we finna make us some music. You know, and we're gonna block out everything. We finna make us some music.
I'm with you.
And believe it or not, I ran into Dae Dae at Peacock. No, not Peacock, forgive me, Palace.
Yeah.
At Club Palace. But me and him, man, we the school all types.
Oh, that's cold blooded.
No cap. Like that what made that record so hard.
Come on.
But man, we came from that situation, but I went back in and I made Spin It beat. I didn't know what it was at the time. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't know what it was. I know it felt different.
That's right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew it felt different.
Yeah.
I didn't quite know the formula all the way, but I knew this feel different.
Yeah.
So I hit that. Send that, but I sent it in a pack.
Yeah.
And I kind of have this one, but I sent it a little weird. I kind of figured he wasn't too tough rock with the other one, but I knew that one was
Yeah.
And just to show that and NASCAR with 1Play. Those two, like.
When Play went off on that NASCAR, man, how did you feel about that one? Because he went stupid on that too.
That man went crazy.
And I mean, hell, Dae Dae went, both of them tracks that you speaking of, niggas got on them tracks and went crazy.
Well, went crazy.
Dae Dae went crazy on Spend It, and
Facts.
Play went crazy on NASCAR. So then also, how did you feel when you got those tracks back and you heard they blacked out on them?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was happy. I was excited. Like I say, even at the time, I didn't know about the push.
Yeah.
I didn't know we was about to go for a push. I just knew, bro, y'all just sent me some heat type. I knew you were hard. You know, I would kind of play these for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brother did these, you know, so I want to speak, hey, bro, listen to me. You know what I mean? You know, it's crunk. You know, we know good songs.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And, you know, that's pretty much that. I'm sorry, I lost my train. I'm sorry. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you. Them niggas jamming.
Yeah. Anyway, them niggas, boy, it was just a wild time. I'm sorry, but at the time, yeah.
So many extra things going through my mind.
The crazy thing, because Dae Dae and 1Play, you know, that was his DJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made the record like that more hard. I just kind of went through that. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But, that made that record so much hard, man. We done went through car shows together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on, see now you taking it to another place in this conversation too, because I'ma spend it back to you too, Spinz. When you think about these artists and what they're going through at that time in their life, what you going through at that time in your life, and the backstory to everything happening. Yeah. How does that make you feel? And can you speak on some of that backstory?
Backstory, like I say, appreciation.
Yeah.
Like you say, I guess that humble piece.
Mm-hmm.
You get to experience it different. Like you say, when you're in the eye of the storm, you experience it different. Mm-hmm. For what it's worth, like you say, the work. So we got in, you know, we sending beats, man. You know, we studio, and I'm in the studio, Play in the studio, Dae Dae in the studio. We in 3 different parts.
Yeah.
Sometimes we in 2 and 3 different parts of the world.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But emails and sometimes video, Skype. Sometimes man, it's like a video session with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with me and Spinz, you know, sometimes. You know, bruh's gone. Sometimes it's a tour. They need bruh on set. You know what I mean? But we cooking. You know, sometimes he might have a microphone, you know, wherever it might be at. You feel me? I'm finna send him this vibe.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I cook this up, and nigga, I want you on this one.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? You send it back, and it start a process. So it's keep going. It's vibes, man.
Spinz. The zone. When was it that you knew you was in a damn zone, and what came out of that zone?
Man, I guess the zone be like when I can't remember. And like, you know what I'm saying, you come out with something the next day, or you know what I'm saying, a month or a year later, and you like, whoo, you know what I'm saying? Like that blackout mode.
Yeah.
That's the zone.
What was the tracks that came out of that zone when you heard them tracks? You said, oh yeah, I just snapped like hell on this motherfucker.
Man, like, you know what the real test is? The real like when you make something, you might be hype off of it. You know what I'm saying? But if you could put that shit down, go away, come back 2 months later, 3 months later, and then every time you touch that motherfucker, it's like, hold up. You come back a year later, you touch it, you like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? You come back 3 years later, touch it, you like, you know what I mean? That's that shit.
That leads me to another question. How much unreleased Spinz shit have we not heard that pisses you off that we haven't heard?
I can't say that I'm pissed off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
I feel that.
It's a lot. It's a lot, you know. And you know, in due time, you know what I mean? I'm thankful to be able to have this time, you know what I mean? Because shit, really, the last 3 years before COVID, I was gone. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm home for a weekend or a week, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm gone.
What was it like being on the road, man?
Man, the road is it's a blessing, you know. It's like to see all of that, and even bigger to be performing songs that you made. You know, like that was definitely an amazing experience. I wouldn't trade for the world. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing. In front of 50,000 and 60,000 people, like, you know what I'm saying, in different countries. They don't even speak English. But they know the words to the song.
Going overseas with it, man. What was it like when you thinking to yourself, I'm just a young boy from the South, and I find myself over these waters doing my thing?
Man, I just be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I send it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is it that you think caused you to be chosen to do that? Do you think it was God's plan? Do you think you were working hard as hell towards that? Or do you think the stars aligned? Or do you think you just stumbled upon this shit?
Maybe like the first three. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I gave you A, B, C, D, E, F, and G to be pro.
Like a little combo of that. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely God's will. And I'm a big believer in like if you take a step, God gonna take two. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
You take two, he might take four. You know what I mean? So I keep my faith, you know, honestly, you know. And
what were the times in both of y'all careers where your faith was tested, fellas?
Man, every day.
God, are you with me?
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, like you say, as far as music and just whatever, sometimes, man, you are a blatant entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It ain't no, it ain't no coming like this and like that sometimes. Sometimes it's a little slow. You got life to live. You feel me? So, every day it's going to be tested, man.
Yeah.
But, you just got to keep a strong base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stay faithful in what you know, man.
You damn right.
And build on that and go from that.
Get in here, Spinz.
Yeah, man. Don't waver on your faith. The famous Trill saying.
Come on.
Man, I gotta coin this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Stay on your square.
Stay on your square.
Come on.
Stay on your square. You know what I mean? Like what you know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you learn something, don't forget that you learned it.
Don't forget you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Don't forget you learned.
What advice do y'all have for up and coming artists and producers and DJs and people that just want to get up in this music industry? You said earlier it's a lot of predators in this thing, man. Yes. And see, that's the other side of the game that a lot of people don't understand. We in here laughing, giggling, and sniggling, having the time of our damn life, but we also having to whoop some ass on the other side of this shit to stay above the ground.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying? Talk to me about that part of it and navigating that shit, fellas.
I mean, this game is not for the faint of heart. You know what I mean? So it's really gonna test you and what you in it for.
Come on.
Facts.
You know, so hey man, like that's pretty much all I can say about it. You know what I mean? Like if you getting in this and you got light skin and you know easily turned around or easily
deterred.
Yeah, easily deterred. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Then stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Because this, you gotta be a warrior. Like this shit don't stop. This shit is definitely a marathon. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I don't even believe in this day and time you can't win being 1 foot in and 1 foot out of this. You gotta go for it. If you gonna go, nigga, go.
Come on.
Period, bro. Or you wasting time. You be doing something else.
What is the best advice that y'all received during y'all time in the game, man?
Okay, mine. Shout out to Nitty, man.
What up, Dope Nitty?
Shout out to Nitty, man. But he told me, all real. Trill, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate.
Tell them.
Those are facts.
That was some of the best advice because it's easy to come in like, I deserve.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna get.
Damn.
It's somebody else that know the game that how to get what you got. And you finna get it. You feel what I'm saying? So even time back to your last one, you know what I'm saying? Your team and something. You just gotta know those that labor among you. And figure out how you gonna move with it.
That's right.
Sometimes it just the hand you dealt, play it.
Come on.
Straight up.
You'll play yourself into a better.
What's the best thing you done picked up?
That. You know what I mean? I gotta go 2 times on that.
So how difficult is it behind the scenes negotiating, fellas? Because that's another art. First of all, how many people talk about negotiating on camera? Don't nobody even understand what negotiating is. They just praying that somebody says him. So you see what I'm saying? So when it comes to negotiating, after you done built up your brand and your value and you know you deserve more, how do you walk into that room and say, hey man, I got a platinum single. I deserve this. And this is what you're going to give me if you want some more of this funk.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you have something that's easily replaceable, you know what I mean, then you might walk in that room and, you might walk out of that room the same way you came in that room. So it really goes back to you get what you negotiate. You know what I mean? Negotiation is it's an art. You know what I mean? It's a skill.
When it comes back to the music industry and being in the game, were there any things that was it everything that you expected it to be, or did it turn out to be something more crazier than you expected?
I honestly had no expectations of what was about to happen. I honestly had none. The experiences, like, hey, you know, it's hot, cold, it's black, white. You know, you're gonna get some good, you're gonna get some bad. You just got to go through it. Man, soak up, like I say, on your journey, man, grab your gems.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, man? Get with good people, recognize good people, accept good people. You feel what I'm saying? Utilize things and not those good people.
That's right. You feel
what I'm saying?
That's right.
And it ain't too much you can't do without a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You by yourself might be limited, but your team, I guarantee you gonna get there.
Solid team. Solid team. You know what I mean? You can't get nowhere with people who don't understand your vision and who are not, you know, dedicated to a collective vision. So if you working in something that's, you know, not cohesive to your visions or your dreams, shit, you might as well just go work for a corporation or whatever. You know what I mean? If you're doing a creative venture, then everybody who's in your space needs to be at y'all need to work together and not against each other, and you know what I mean, come together and use this person's strengths for this, okay, this person's strength for that. You know what I mean? It's like a well-oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna do this really well, this is gonna do that really well, and that's gonna do that. You don't need 3 niggas who gonna goddamn do the same shit, you know what I mean, and put them in different positions.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Your homeboy, but maybe he just good at being your homeboy.
Exactly.
You know, and let that be that.
You know, and ain't nothing wrong with that.